Hello guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So you guys might be wondering, Maddie, where have you been? You haven't posted a video in over a month. Basically so I'm not trying to make excuses or anything, but there's a couple reasons why I've just been kind of like absent from YouTube. Number one being that school is taking over my life. College is literally so much work right now. It seems like it's never ending. I know I'm not the only person going through this, so I don't want you guys to be like, oh boo-hoo, like you signed up to go to school, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's just so much stress. Number two being that I was just kind of focusing on my mental health as well, taking a step back from hanging out with people, taking a step back from filming and editing, you know, just taking a step back from social media. I haven't really been as active as I would have liked to have been, but honestly it was really refreshing to kind of just take a step back. And the last reason is kind of just because I've been so unmotivated to film and edit. I don't do YouTube for numbers. I don't do it for the amount of subscribers. I don't do it for views. I don't do it for anything except because I like to do it, but I spend so much time filming and editing for it to get 50 views. Kind of disappointing when you spend so much time and pour your heart out into a project and it doesn't receive the love that you hoped it would. So that's basically kind of why I've been absent on YouTube. Sorry for that super long intro. So as a lot of you guys may know, my birthday is October 25th and I'm gonna be turning 20 this year. So I wanted to get into today's video, which is actually 19 things I've learned in my 19 years of living. I put a list of 19 things I've learned within the past 19 years of my life. You know, the good and the bad and the ugly, everything is on this list that I feel if I could go back and tell my younger self, I would. I want people to learn from my experiences. So I hope this video is motivational for you guys. I hope that you guys can take something away from it, if that makes sense. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's just get on into it. Alrighty, so starting off with number one on the list is that not everyone wants the best for you. So people get jealous, they get envious when you do better than them. It's kind of to say, but I try to keep my successes to myself almost, because you should be able to celebrate your successes with the people that you think would care the most. But chances are a lot of the time people don't truly care as much as you think they do. And I'm not saying this about anyone in particular. I'm just saying over the past 19 years I've kind of seen this. Kind of opens my eyes to think like sometimes it's the people that are closest to you that just don't celebrate your successes the way you think they would. Number two is that love doesn't always last, and this one's kind of general. I would say maybe not love, but more so relationships and friendships. Not everything's meant to last forever. You know, my relationship ended and it sucked, but sometimes you have to grow apart from people in order to love yourself and stuff first. Just because things seem perfect on the outside doesn't mean that they are. And even with friendships, I've lost so many friendships over the years over such stupid things, but at the end of the day that was meant to happen for a reason, and that's why I am the person that I am today. It's okay to accept it and it's okay to move on and be the best version of yourself possible. The third thing I've learned within 19 years is that God removes people from your life because he heard conversations that you didn't. And that kind of follows with my second example, because obviously people talk about other people. That's kind of a normal thing. You know, it happens, it's life, but sometimes the reason that a friendship or a relationship ends is because stuff behind closed doors that you didn't even know about was being said about you. It's kind of hard to trust people in that perspective. Sometimes it's for the better. Do I really want to know? Like, they're gone for a reason. They're out of my life in that perspective for a reason. So like, do I really want to know what was being said behind closed doors? You know what I'm saying? So number four is that people change, and sometimes they change for the worse. Obviously people grow at different rates and different times. Life is not a race. It's like you're in it for yourself. So that's okay for people to change, but you know, sometimes people become more fake. I don't know. I mean, everyone goes through their own struggles, so there has to be a reason for why people change the way they do. You know, you can't expect people to always be the nice, kind person forever, because people will change and switch up on you overnight. Like, it happens so fast, and it's like once it happens it's kind of hard to go back to what was normal beforehand, if that makes sense. Number five is that relationships and friendships go both ways. Within the past couple years I've noticed that a lot of my friendships become more distant because I'm the only person putting in effort. Within the past couple years I have noticed that I've been putting forth a lot more work into my friendships and relationships, and I just wish people would reach out to me as much as I reach out to them. Number six is that you have to work hard for what you want. I believe this so firmly because things will not be handed to you on a silver platter, and if they are, that's fantastic, good for you, but that's not realistic. It's not like that for a lot of people, and in order to get what you want in life, you have to put in as much as you're willing to put in order to get what you want to receive. You know, your work ethic is everything. Number seven is to take time for yourself. I've learned that you can't always be putting all of your energy into other people, and you have to put that energy that you put into them also into yourself as well. It's very important to take a step back from social media or hanging out with people so often. Take a step back even from schoolwork if it's stressful. You know, like, just take time to pamper yourself yourself. Like, go to the spa, get your nails done, go take a nice bubble bath with a candle and read a book. Like, you know, it's okay to treat yourself and it's okay to take time for yourself, because at the end of the day, you're in this life for yourself and you have to do what makes you happy because you deserve it. You work hard. Number 8 is that your only setback in life is yourself. I've learned this because there's been so many times where people are like, I don't think you can do that. I don't think that's gonna work. But then I did it. If you're gonna listen to other people telling you no, then you're never gonna be successful and you're never gonna live your life to the fullest potential that you want to live it to. If you let people make decisions for you, then you're never gonna be truly happy. If you think something's not gonna work, the only reason that it won't is because you're telling yourself that it won't work. So if you actually just try it, you never know what's gonna happen. Number 9 is that you can always forgive but never forget. I have learned this lesson so many times in life because you can't forget what people do to you. Even if you want to move on and move past it, that's fine, but you can't forget what they did because chances are it might happen again. Of course, it's okay to forgive people and move on and see the good in them and give them the benefit of the doubt, but it's also important to never forget the lessons that they taught you. Number 10 is that you should always trust your gut instinct. Like, if you think something's going on behind your back, chances are something is happening, so it's okay to vocalize and ask questions and make sure that you're not feeling crazy. I've learned that firsthand within this past year. Always just trust your gut and never ignore that gut intuition feeling, because chances are like 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be right. Number 11 is to ask for help when you need it. I hate asking for help because I like to do things myself and prove to myself that I can do stuff, but you're not Superman. You can't do everything yourself, and I have to tell myself that all the time. Like, it's okay to ask people for help. Number 12 is that if you want respect, you have to respect yourself first. My mom has always instilled this in me, that like, if you don't respect yourself, no one else is going to, because people will treat you the way you treat yourself almost. Number 13 is to be a leader and not a follower. My mom has always told me this from day one. It's always important to not follow in others' footsteps because sometimes people lead you down the wrong path, and it's important to do what you want to do for you and not follow others because they want you to do it. Number 14 is to be more present. I've learned over the years that time is so valuable, and the people and friends and family that you see in your life are not here forever, and you know, life is so short, so it's important that you put your phone down at Thanksgiving dinner, because you never know if that's going to be the last Thanksgiving dinner that you have with somebody. Spend more time with the people that you love and that you care about, because time is so sacred and valuable. Number 15 is to experiment outside of your comfort zone. I think this is really important because it's amazing to try new things, but I think it's fun to explore and see what life has to offer for you. It can be eye-opening trying new things, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. You don't have to ever do it again. Number 16 is to give what you take, or no, take what you give. I don't know the saying, but if you're gonna treat people like, you should expect that treatment in return and not complain about it, because why are people going to treat you nice if you're not a nice person? What you put out is what you have to take back. Number 17 is that time heals everything, and this is so true. Literally, if you're feeling sad, time will heal it. And I know that sounds so cliche, it's different for everybody, but eventually you will be at peace. I think that if you have a positive mindset, it'll help you progress and heal faster. Like, I know it sounds so cliche, but everything happens for a reason. Just let time do its thing, don't rush it, and eventually there is light at the end of the tunnel. Number 18 is to surround yourself with good vibes. Obviously, you just want to be around the best people possible with the best influences on you. You don't want to surround yourself with people that don't motivate you to be the best version of yourself. Just make sure you're around people who genuinely bring out the best in you and make you happy and push you to be a better person. And the last one is that you don't need to have a million friends. I think that it's so true that if you can count all of your friends on one hand or 1 or 2 hands, like, you're set for life. You don't need a million people. It's okay to have friendships with a million people, but you don't need to be super close with all of them. Girl, you can even have yourself as your best friend. I'm on my own list. I'm my best friend. I think it's important to not stress yourself out and have to think that you have to have a million friends, because that's not true. And it's important that you only have a couple, because they will be the ones that will be with you for the rest of your life. So that is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys took something away from this video. I know this video is kind of sappy almost and kind of like, oh, cliche, but I honestly think all of these things that I've learned throughout the past 19 years of my life have taught me something, and they have definitely stuck with me. And I'm excited to see what my 20s brings. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys next Sunday, which will be my 20th birthday vlog. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Bye, guys.